Well, welcome back to term 3. And gee, wasn't term 2 an interesting and challenging one? But I want to congratulate our young people, our children, on the way that they were able to make their way back into school, back to where they belong, and the connections and the learning that they enjoyed. Well done to all of our children and to our young people. Now, what I'm going to do today is talk about 3 things. The first one is around improving educational outcomes for your children and mine. The second one is around the accessibility of our schools and some projects that we're undertaking to expand the reach of Catholic education. And finally, we're going to talk about the affordability of our schools. A crucial part of school, any school, and a Catholic school in particular, is the outcomes that our children and young people achieve. I'm excited about what we're doing at the moment to continue to improve those outcomes for your children and for mine. So from next year, Catholic education is moving into regions. There'll be 6 regions, and within each region we're going to appoint an experienced educator as the school performance leader, and that person is going to take responsibility for the coordination and the implementation of a whole range of resources that are there to support schools, principals and teachers and our children so that their learning can improve. So those resources include literacy and numeracy coaches, advisors in education and in disability and in gifted education, and advisors in religious education. And together they're going to work with the principal of your school, with the teachers, and with your children to ensure that those outcomes are the wonderful thing that we expect and appreciate from Catholic education. Over the next 2 or 3 years, we're expanding Catholic education in a range of ways in a range of areas. We're expanding 5 of our parish schools to offer reception to Year 9 education. We're also opening 2 new schools, one an extra campus of Xavier College at Two Wells, and secondly a new Catholic secondary high school in the Riverland. We're also expanding into technical education, and certainly you'll see a new technical college, the Western Technical College, opened in the western suburbs as part of the Mount Carmel Catholic community. And in addition to that, we're expanding St Patrick's Technical College to include Year 10. Importantly too, we're operating into a new area of special assistance schooling. And so in the northern suburbs of Adelaide, we're going to open 2 or 3 new special assistance schools for those young people who are currently disengaged from schooling and for whom schooling needs to be different. It's an exciting time for Catholic education. I want to reassure you that there's a place for every young person in a Catholic school. An important part of the accessibility of our schools is that they're affordable for all families, regardless of circumstance. Now, the COVID-19 situation has impacted on many families. Latest reports say almost 165,000 people in South Australia have been impacted in one way or another by COVID-19. Mostly as an impact on their employment. So Catholic schools have responded and will continue to respond. This year we've provided fee remissions where they're necessary. We will continue to do that into 2021 and beyond. At the same time, we've been serious about looking at the price point of our schools. And so whilst we're putting additional resourcing in through the regional models and making sure that we have literacy and numeracy coaches and all of the support that our teachers and your children need, we're also changing the price point, reducing that, so that families can find Catholic education more affordable in 2021 and beyond. So those changes are going to be made available to you by the principal of your school. I'd encourage you also, if there are other situations you need to bring to their attention, to meet with the principal and talk to that person about why it's important that we're there to support you. That's what Catholic education does. It's about ensuring that your children and mine have an accessible, affordable and excellent education. My final commitment is to you as families. Catholic education works truly in partnership with families. Now that means that our teachers, our principals, work with you as families and with your children to ensure the best educational experience and the best educational outcomes for our young people. And by that I mean ensuring that they become thriving people who are comfortable and confident in who they are, that they're capable learners, and that they are leaders for the world that God desires, and they are prepared to do what it takes to make this world a better place. That is what Catholic education promises.